The bill demanding the Justice Department release the Epstein files is now law. Big question here is what comes next. It's time for the Streamline. Everything you need to know in 10 minutes or less. President Trump says he signed the bill overnight. So that means the Justice Department has just 30 days to release all of its files on sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Here's the thing, though. There's no guarantee that every document is going to be made public. The bill includes several exceptions, including a provision to withhold files that would jeopardize an active federal investigation. A notable caveat here, given Trump called for an investigation into Epstein's relationship with Democrats just last week.
What changed since then that you launched this investigation?
Information that has come for information. There's information new information, additional information, and again, we will continue to follow the law.
Epstein survivors, they are now expressing concern that the loophole will prevent full transparency into the investigations. The Justice Department says it may still withhold or redact the victims' identities and other sensitive personal records. New pictures here show U.S. Marines training in Trinidad and Tobago right now as the U.S. ramps up pressure on Venezuela. The New York Times is reporting President Trump signed off on a more covert CIA operation inside the country. Several sources told the paper that could lay the groundwork for a bigger military campaign. The president said this week he is not ruling out deploying troops on the ground.
I don't rule out anything. We just have to take care of Venezuela.
Venezuela says it's now launching a, quote, massive mobilization of military personnel, weapons and equipment. President Nicolas Maduro criticized the U.S. drills, accusing the U.S. of pursuing a criminal war. There are reports Trump is negotiating with Maduro.
The criminal case against former FBI Director James Comey is in serious doubt this morning. During a hearing Tuesday, U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan admitted she didn't show the full grand jury the final version of the indictment. Comey pleaded not guilty to misleading a Senate committee when he denied authorizing leaks to the press. Halligan has never tried a criminal case before, but she was handpicked by President Trump for this case after he removed the previous attorney who deemed there was not enough evidence to charge Comey. A Florida congresswoman is being accused of stealing $5 million in federal disaster money. The Justice Department says FEMA overpaid a healthcare company owned by Democrat Sheila Cherflius McCormick as part of a 2021 COVID vaccine contract. She's accused of laundering that money and using some of it to support her campaign for Congress that same year. She's also charged with conspiring to file a false tax return. The congresswoman faces up to 53 years in prison if convicted. Neither she nor her attorneys have commented on the charges. And New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani is headed to the White House. President Trump plans to host Mamdani in the Oval Office on Friday. It would be their first face-to-face meeting since the election. On social media, Trump said that Mamdani asked for the meeting and he agreed. Trump has said in the past that he would cut federal funding to New York City if Mamdani was elected. In an interview on Wednesday, the new mayor-elect said he wants to speak plainly to the president about New Yorkers struggling to afford the city. Mamdani is scheduled to be sworn in as mayor in January.
A man accused of setting a woman on fire on a Chicago train Monday is now facing federal charges. U.S. attorneys charged 50-year-old Lawrence Reed with committing a terrorist act on a mass transportation system. Investigators say this happened after some type of confrontation between the victim and Reed. Train surveillance video shows him pouring a liquid from a bottle on the 26-year-old woman and lighting her on fire. Now, the liquid is believed to be gasoline. Surveillance images apparently show Reed filling up the bottle at a gas station. The woman is in critical condition. Reed was captured 12 hours after this all happened. He faces life in prison if convicted. If the woman passes away, he could face the death penalty. The Justice Department announced new charges against a former Olympic snowboarder accused of running one of the most prolific and violent drug trafficking organizations in the world. Ryan Wedding, who competed for Canada in the 2002 Winter Olympics, is on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. His new charges include murder, witness tampering, money laundering, and drug trafficking. A man was set to testify against Wedding when prosecutors said Wedding hired gunmen to hunt him down at a restaurant in Colombia.
His lawyer told him if you kill this witness, the case would be dismissed. That lawyer is now in custody.
Wedding was previously arrested here in San Diego for cocaine trafficking charges back in 2008. The State Department increased the reward for information leading to his arrest to $15 million. Wedding was charged last year with killing a couple that he believed were responsible for a lost cocaine shipment. Authorities say it was a case of mistaken identity.
Rental car companies are betting on you not to do these 5 things. I'm about to show you exactly how to book a rental car this holiday season and how it could save you hundreds of dollars. Number 1, use your credit card benefits. Often credit cards have built-in rental protection for rental cars, and they also have anti-fraud mechanisms. Number 2, take photos and videos of your car before driving it off the lot. Having your own documentation that is time-stamped will be crucial in case you get dinged for damage that you didn't cause. That happened to one San Diego man.
You know, an uneventful ride home, honestly, and then to be hit with that $1,500 bill was super shocking and disappointing.
Number 3, read the terms and conditions. I know it's boring, but those contracts have some teeth to them. Number 4, do your research. Do not book through a third-party site. Book through the company's car rental site directly to avoid getting scammed. And if you're booking through a new company, it's a really good idea to check them out on the Better Business Bureau website before you make the booking.
All you have to do is do one search on a business really quick, and we'll let you know if there's any scams associated with that business. You'll see other customer reviews.
Number 5, make sure to fill up your gas tank before you return your car. Some of those rental car companies charge extra to fill up the gas tank if you don't return it full. Happy holidays and safe traveling.
Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson, is suing the handlers of her father's multi-billion-dollar estate. In court documents, Paris Jackson accuses the executors of the estate, John Branca and John McClain, of abusing their roles. She says the pair paid themselves nearly $150 million over 12 years. Paris claims that's more than double what any member of the Jackson family received. The executors say Jackson's estate was $500 million in debt when he died and claim that they grew it to $2 billion through different investments and projects. That includes a new biopic set to release next year. Paris, though, is also criticizing the film, claiming Miles Teller is the only A-list actor involved, and he's playing none other than John Branca, who helped cast the role as an executive producer.
Toys are, of course, popular gifts to give kids during the holiday, but there's a new warning about toys that contain AI chatbots. Sales of this teddy bear that you see here on your screen, they're being suspended. That's because researchers found that the Kuma teddy bear openly discussed sexually explicit and dangerous content with kids. For example, how to light a match. The bear sold for $99 online and integrates OpenAI's chatbot. The company has taken its AI-enabled toys off the market for a safety audit. Lawmakers have been working on setting regulations for the AI industry, with the White House planning an executive order aimed at blocking states from issuing their own regulations. And that's your ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything you need to know today in under 10 minutes.